Hello. All right, I'm walking around my yard. So all of my videos, I think for a while, are just gonna have to go on YouTube because I cannot do a live video to save my life that will upload within like 3 days. I don't know, it takes forever. So I wanted to give everybody an update. I am still playing gigs and loving it. I have one tonight at the Athol Farmers Market, and I'll share the post, but I changed up something and I wanted to tell you guys about it. So my stage name has been Michelle Deann, because that's me. It's my first and middle name, so it worked really well. It was just what I came up with. I had some other ideas and just none of them really fit. And so I was driving home yesterday from playing my Spirit Lake gig, and with the rooster in the back of the car, you know, all that, and realized I think I can come up with something better than just my name. So I started just thinking about things that mean something to me, people that mean something to me, names that mean something to me. And I remembered the name that I always, if I had a daughter, I wanted to name her this. I have only boys, so maybe I'll get a granddaughter name this someday. I don't know. But it's my grandma's name. So my mom's mom. Oh, Mom, this is gonna make you cry. So my grandma, her name was Tala. And so Tala, she and her family fled from Russia in early 1900s. And they fled because my great grandpa was one of the Russian Tsar's bodyguards. And he got wind that the communists were coming and that they would be taking over the palace and killing everyone there. And so he was able to escape with his family actually a couple years before the actual massacre took place. And so he grabbed all of his children. I think he had 9 or 11 kids at the time. My grandma was a newborn, and his wife and his mother-in-law, and they got in a covered wagon and they went from, I think they were living in Siberia. I know at one point they did live in Siberia, but they went from Siberia over the Ural Mountains, got on a boat and immigrated to America. And so my great grandpa, part of his being a bodyguard, his reason for being a bodyguard was that he was really, really strong. And he was like a bodyguard, but he also was like a jester at times, and he would do feats of strength for the Tsar to entertain him. And so on the boat, my grandma, well, she probably had this before she got on the boat, but she was a baby and she had scarlet fever. And being as contagious as it was, the guys on the boat, the sailors, were really afraid of her, and they wanted to throw her overboard to spare the rest of the people. And my grandpa, my great grandpa, being super strong, he beat up all the sailors that were trying to throw my grandma overboard. And because of that, I am here today, because my great grandpa kicked butt. And so my grandma, her real name was Natalia, but she went by Tala her whole life. And she was the strongest woman. She lived most of her life with a very low functioning heart. She died from those heart issues, but she didn't die until she was, 96? I mean, she rocked her whole life with this massive heart damage that she had as a little baby. And she was a badass woman. I mean, lived through the Depression. Her mother and grandmother both died within a day of each other when she was a young girl. And so she had to take on the role of the woman of the household, because it was her and her dad and I believe 9 brothers. And a lot of her brothers died. I'll have to start sharing some stories about her life, things that she's done. Just living through the Depression is a whole thing. So all that said, a really long story that could be a lot longer. I'm going to change my stage name to Tala because, man, there is not really a name that means more to me than that. And I think it sounds really cool. And I always wanted to name one of my daughters that if I had that. So I guess I'll get to call myself that. So tonight you'll see that on the post that Michelle Deann, or I don't know, I guess I could kind of be like Prince, formerly known as Michelle Deann, now Tala. So that's it. That's so when you see my stuff from now on, you'll see that name, T-A-L-A, Tala. It means just so much to me. So that's what I'm doing. All right. Well, if you are in the area, I would love to see you tonight at the Athol Farmers Market. I'll be playing from 4 to 6. You guys, I have been working on a lot of new covers. I got some bad Leroy Brown coming at ya. Man, I'm gonna be playing Motley Crue. Got some Elton John. Oh man, I got a whole lot of 90s country. I got some 80s. And then I got a whole bunch of my own originals. So I am so excited to play for you guys. I have been working my tail off trying to learn how to play the piano in the first place. Like, what the heck? That is so hard to make your hands do what your brain want them to do. I'm still not great. That's why I try to sing really loud. So I sing louder than I play because I know I'm not great yet. But man, I'm trying. So if you are around, it's at the Athol Park right next door to the Athol Community Center. It's just really fun to say Athol. So have a good day. Bye.